made some notes there because in case I can't remember something. No, I turned it on. Don't turn it on. One of the beautiful things about being in music, you know, most of my musical heroes were American and most of them were black other than Jerry Lee Lewis. That was about it. Elvis, though, he was probably more black than most white people because of the way he sang. And I grew up like in a house that was always music and it was never talked about. Yeah, racism is there. It's always been under there, but it's one of the sad parts of this nation that we still have that as an underlying thing, whereas I don't think any country can reach its full potential until they use every person, every different part of that nation and let them have their say. And you know, look, this is a land of music. Jazz, blues, country, rock and roll, gospel music. It's all, this is what makes, for me, this is such a great land. This land has given music to the world, still does to this day. You know, like rhythm and blues, rap music. You know, you got rappers in Afghanistan, Japan, China, France, but it's, this is a land of music. And
well, you don't really...
that's the one thing that brings everybody in this land together. And it's the highlight, for me anyway, of this land.
American music, as we know it, all blended together. As you say, it's a conglomeration of everything. So even when I first heard the Beatles, I had been listening to rock and roll music since I was about 4 or 5. A lot of people weren't. That was their initiation to rock and roll for the first time. And my older brothers had been collecting records by Elvis Presley and people like that. And I had listened to the radio and I had heard, I loved the Everly Brothers singing Dream, Dream, Dream. So when the Beatles hit, I heard things that I had already heard. That they had put into their, I heard the woo, you know, from Little Richard, the harmonies like the Everly Brothers, the solos that were like Carl Perkins. But I had heard all this, but my classmates hadn't. Because some of them, they had never heard any music except for maybe, you know, Lawrence Welk or, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I mean,
hold on a second.
Exactly.
Let's get the taste out of my mouth.